Hey, you guys, what's going on? What's going on? Hold on, let me share. Let me share. All right. Hey, everybody, come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in, you guys. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Hey. So, I'm a little early, right? Or late, whichever one you want to call it, right? Normally I come on about 7:45 Eastern Standard Time, and it is but 7:13. Good morning, Alita. How are you, gorgeous? So, but I wanted to come on because you guys listen, there's so much going on, and this is a season of significant change and transformation. And so I had to tell you guys that it's time to embrace your change. Listen, change is one of the most difficult things for people to deal with for a number of reasons. One of which is we like our consistency, we like the comfort of things being known, right? But the reality is that in this season that it is time to change. It is time to change. And not only time to change, but to embrace your change. Absolutely, Alita. So this morning, as I prepare to I hate to even say it. As I prepare to leave my son, my daughter in love, and my amazing grandson, Joseph Malachi, um, I am just in awe of the change and the changes that Joseph has gone through from the time that he was born to now. And with this being my first time being able to see him, touch him, hold him, kiss him, um, I'm glad it kind of worked out the way it did because I get to see the him that has personality and attitude and is up and moving and has a mind of its own. And I get to enjoy all of that. So as I was thinking about it, I'm going to be spending time with my family that are in various stages of life, right? So I'm starting out with Joseph, who is the baby, right? Not the baby, because Brooklyn's the baby, but he is a baby. And then I proceed over and today I go see my dad, right? My dad has a birthday coming up on the 16th of this month, and he will be 82, right? So we've got Joseph, who is getting ready to be one. My dad is getting ready to be 82, right? And I'm like, wow, God, how amazing that you would allow me to be able to experience all of these different stages of life and family and love and all of that. So then check this out. On Friday, I go see my family, my sisters, my brothers, my mom in Russellville, Kentucky, and get to spend some time with them on my way to my son, who is in Bowling Green, and my grandson, TJ, who is my oldest grandchild, right? So TJ is the oldest of my grandkids, and I'm looking at him, and they're talking about how big he's gotten, how he's filling out, and it reminds me of when he was born. I remember the day he was born. I remember us going to the hospital. His mom was having some complications, and so I remember being on the prayer wall praying for my grandson as he was being brought into the world. And now that same grandson is up, he's playing basketball. He's such an athlete. He really is an athlete, but of course he is. His dad is amazing and a great coach. And I'm looking at him versus where Brooklyn and Joseph are, right, in the journey. And then on Saturday, my niece is getting married, and the opportunity to see her exchange wedding vows with the love of her life and begin the journey of building a family. They've already started their family. They've got baby Oakland, but they're building their family and made a decision to marry. Now I have to commend them for that because a lot of times young people don't get married. They don't. They just live together and have kids, right? But they made a decision that they were going to get married, and I honor that, and I'm excited to be there to support them. So all of those things happening, right? All of those things happening. And and then I'm looking at my life. Y'all, look, I'm telling you, the one thing that's constant in life is change. The one thing that's constant in life is change. Hey, prophetess, how you doing? Beautiful. And as we take this journey called life, we need to expect change and embrace change and enjoy the journey as things change. It is time for you to embrace your change. Some of you have been fighting against change for the longest. You've been fighting against making decisions, commitments, revisions on your life and on your identity, on your brand. Like you're like, oh, this is just who I am, but it's not even necessarily who you really are. It's who you have conditioned yourself to be, and society's conditioned you to be. It's not even who you want to be, but it's just who you feel like you have to be. Well, I made a decision last year that I was not going to be who people wanted me to be. I was not going to live a life that was dead and dry, but rather I was going to live my best life, that I was going to create the life that I desire, create the life that I could be content with, create the life that I could enjoy and my family can enjoy, and we can travel and we can do things together. And I just made a decision that that's what I was doing, and it didn't matter. It didn't matter to me what people thought. It didn't matter to me how people felt about it. Like, and I'm not saying that to be cold and callous, but many of you won't make the necessary changes because you're concerned about people. You're concerned about how people are going to look at you, what people are going to say, all of those things. But I'm here to tell you that there's no time for that. I literally was just talking to one of my former colleagues, and it's so funny because we met when I was a graduate student, and he was a faculty member, right? And I remember it like it was yesterday. I was really just getting started good in the academy, and he was one of my role models, one of my mentors, right? And I grew up in the academy, and I graduated, and I became a professor, and all of those things. And then I began to mentor other people and help them to navigate the waters of academia as a scholar, and I've watched them grow, and I'm going to run into some of them too. I've watched them grow and develop as scholars, as educators, as people who are making an impact on the world. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited to see all of the changes, all of the transformations that have taken place in the lives of people that I know and that I love and that I care about. Those who've become mothers and fathers, and they have children, and they're professionals and they're business owners. And all of that is a part of change, right? So as I was thinking about it, I was thinking about the fact that, it is not all the time that you get the opportunity to just walk out your life in a way that is inspirational and inspiring to others. But when you do, listen, you got to embrace that thing. Embrace it and know that there's a reason that God has given you the opportunity that He's given you. There's a reason that you get the chance that you get. There's a reason for all of that. And the reason is that people need examples. They need examples. They need models. They need to see someone else doing it. They need to see that. Because what it does for them is it shows them what's possible. And when you know what's possible, then you take away people's excuses. Hey, Dalton, how are you? Congratulations on everything amazing that's happening in your life. Congratulations on embracing your change in your life and, really just taking away people's excuses. I'm super proud of you. That's the thing about life. All of us have purpose. All of us have assignments. Our assignments may not be the same. They may not look the same. We've got to understand that. Amen. We've got to journey in the direction of, yes, called change. Absolutely, prophetess. So when I thought about, and y'all listen, I was nervous to go live this morning. Let me tell you why. Last night I got in trouble. Last night I got in trouble. The baby was asleep, right? And y'all know I get a little loud, right? I wake everybody up in the house. And my son texts me, "Don't wake up, Joseph. Don't wake up the baby." I said, "Okay. Let me break it down a little bit." So this morning I didn't want to go live too early because the baby was asleep, and I didn't want to be too loud. So I'm like, this modulated tone, right? But you all listen. I had to do it. I had to go live because guess what? Change is here. It's here. And it's waiting for you to catch hold. Huh. Waiting for you to understand that it's coming with or without you. You can either be a part of it or you can fight against it, but it's coming nonetheless. And so I don't want you to be out here in these streets um, confused, baffled, and run over by change. I don't want you to be out here in these streets stuck because you won't change. I don't want you to be out here in these streets frustrated and unhappy and miserable with your life, with your body, with your existence, with your finances, because you won't change. I don't want that for you. I care too much about you for that. So, how do you do it? How do you embrace change? Hmm. That's the $1,000,000 question, right? How do you embrace change? How do you embrace having to make adjustments? How do you embrace changing your life? How do you embrace new habits and new strategies? How do you embrace that? Hmm. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it for a little bit. Um, I'm not going to keep you guys on long because I got to finish packing and hit the road, but I definitely wanted to share some things with you. So, how do you embrace change? Hmm. You start by doing it. You do something. You do something. You just do something. You move. You activate it, right? And once you activate it, relax yourself. Because what happens is when change comes, we'll often tense up. And when you tense up, it creates a contraction, right? It constricts, right? And it tightens you, right? And so then you get all this tension in your body. But imagine this. Imagine that change comes and you take deep breaths and begin to calm yourself, relax. This is one of the reasons meditation is so important. I know some people don't believe in meditation, but the Bible says to engage in prayer and meditation. Meditation is simply a stilling of yourself. Be still. We don't know how to be still. We're in such go mode that we don't know how to be still. You got to be still. That's why the word says, be still and know that I am God. Because God understands that there are times that you just need to be still because there's so much going on around you and you'll make a wrong move or a wrong step, even though God will work it out for your good. But you can avoid some of that stuff if you will just be still, get still, listen to God, and then move, right? So for me, the being still and breathing is an important part of embracing change. But there's something else that is important that I do when it comes to embracing change. I also embrace rejection. I embrace rejection and criticism as a part of the process of change. There'll be people who will tell you, who do you think you are to change? Who do you think you are to do that? Who do you think you are to say that? Who do you think you are? Right? But you can't let that stop you. Because the moment you let that stop you, then you'll find yourself, what? Constricting again, tightening up, being frustrated for what? Hmm. Because somebody doesn't think that you have a right to do what you do or to experience change. Not so. It's not so, you guys. And the sooner you understand that, the sooner you'll be able to live the fulfilled life that you desire to live. I don't know about you, but I know for me, I know what I want my life to look like and feel like, you know? So I make decisions that move me in that direction and not away from it. What are you doing to do that? What are you doing to get the life that you desire? Are you embracing change or are you running from it? Are you living your life, or are you letting your life live you? Letting your life and things and situations and circumstances and other people dictate to you who you can be, where you can go, what you can do, and when. What are you doing? And how are you doing it? And are you doing it alone? How many of you know you're on a journey of change? Like, you know you're on a journey of change. If that's you, type change in the comments. If that's you, type change in the comments. Type change in the comments. If you know you're on a journey of change, type change in the comments. Let me see who is actively on this journey. Type change in the comments if you know that you're on a journey of change. All right, Cherie, I see you. If that's you, type change in the comments. Okay. All right. Cherie, I feel you. So when I began my journey of change, I see you, Alita. I see that, Cherie. I already know. When I began my journey of change, a lot of people didn't understand it. They couldn't understand why I was making the decisions I was making. They couldn't understand why I was doing what I was doing. All right, Pineapple, Mr. Pineapple. Um, they didn't get it. But guess what? It wasn't for them. Hey, MJ, how you doing, beautiful? I see you. They didn't get it. But check this out. Whether they got it or not was irrelevant to the fact that change was happening for me. It didn't matter whether they got it or not. That wasn't my issue. That wasn't my concern. And it wasn't my job to help them to get it and to understand it. It was my job to take my journey, right? Of course, there are people who you'll talk to along the way. But as far as making them get it, it would have slowed my process down too much. I had to move. I had to keep going. I had to walk the change out. I had to be open to what God was doing in my life and accept it as a part of my journey. Now, you guys, you can sit up and try to wait for other people to catch up with the fact that you're changing, to begin to embrace your change. But I promise you, there'll always be people who don't understand. There'll always be people who don't get it. There'll always be people who miss the point of the change. There will always be those people. You can't let that stop you. Don't do that. So embrace your journey and embrace your change. Now, listen, I'm going on a 90-day journey, a 90-day journey of change and transformation. You guys have watched me. You've seen me transforming my body. I'm not done, though. I'm not done. And it's not about losing weight. I don't want y'all to think that it's not about losing weight for me. For me, it's about creating the body I desire. I told y'all I need a six-pack, and not a six-pack of soda or a six-pack of beer. I need a six-pack, okay? And that means that I got to do some stuff. I got some more work to do. I'm going to have to make some dietary changes. I know I'm going to have to make some dietary changes. I'm going to have to, in order to get to where I want to be. I've got to shift some things in my life. So that's a part of it, right? But when you want change badly enough, you will do what you need to do in order to get that particular change. So I want you guys, if you want to join the 90-day challenge, you want to join the 90-day challenge, you can go to um, um, Facebook groups and search for 90-day physical transformation, 90-day physical transformation, and you'll find the group, right? For some of you, you'll see it in the comments. You'll see it in the comments. But I need you all to know that it is necessary. Matter of fact, let me paste it up here so you guys can see it. You can go to that link, and it'll take you to it. I need to change the name of of that so that it's easier to do. But go join the 90-day physical transformation challenge. The 90-day physical transformation challenge. We start May 15th. We start May 15th. It's going to be from May 15th to August 15th. Dr. Victoria Dunstan and I are both doing a challenge. It's 90 days. We're working together to make it something that people can do and experience results. In order to participate fully in the challenge, um, you can purchase, a product, the bars, 1044 Pro bars. These bars will give you energy. They detox. You get detox. You get energy detox, anti-aging. Has collagen in them, which is one of the reasons that my skin looks the way it does. The reason that you're seeing the transformation, the youthfulness that you see in me, is a result of these products. It also does immune boosting with zinc, echinacea, and vitamin C. And then it also has electrolytes in it, so it hydrates your body. One of the biggest problems in our bodies is that we're not hydrated enough. It also helps to reduce inflammation. Inflammation. So if you suffer from anything that is the result of inflammation, it can help to reduce your inflammation. I'm not making any medical claims, but what I am telling you is that I've watched one of my business partners, one of my former students who started on the bars, go from being a type 2 diabetic to having regular levels, right? When she went back for her blood work. I've watched people who had limited mobility have, complete mobility, their mobility be restored so they could lift their arm over their head. I watched people who were bent over, like bent over at an angle, could only walk at an angle with the cane, straighten up and not have to use a cane. Now, you guys, I'm just telling you, no medical claims. I'm just giving you some testimonies of people I personally know for myself. I know where they were and I see where they are right now. So it's very real. And then you can also get our coffee. So you can get the bars or the coffee. The bars are peanut based. So if you're allergic to peanuts, you're going to want to get the coffee. But the coffee does the same thing with the energy, the anti-aging, the detox, the immune boosting, and also the electrolytes. So it's not a coffee that dehydrates, it's a coffee that hydrates you, right, with the electrolytes. So I'm super excited about this because it presents us with an opportunity to take something that we drink anyway and turn it into a food, because there's also protein in the coffee and carbs in the coffee. Now, I don't want y'all to panic about carbs. I know we've been taught that carbs are our enemy. They're not our enemy. Listen, let me tell you something. When you understand the process, we have a patented process, two patented processes, one called carbolin, which turns the carbs into energy. So in the bar, there's 16 grams of protein, 30 grams of carbs. It turns those 30 grams of carbs into energy. Within 15 minutes of eating the bar, you're going to feel energy. Now, listen, it's not like a spike like this and then a spike down. It's not that. It is a leveling up, okay? A leveling up, right? So that it's just an even energy, right? It's not a rush like that. It's not that, right? And it also helps to suppress your appetite because one bar is the equivalent of a meal. One bar, one. You can use it as a meal replacement. Now, if you want to replace more than one meal, then you can use more than one bar. Or what I do is when I do a cup of coffee, I can do a half a bar. A cup of coffee and a half a bar is like a full meal and it'll hold me over for hours, right? You can do that. So that's a way that you can do it. So you guys have to understand that this process called transformation and change is one that is going to happen, and you've got to embrace it. The sooner you embrace it, the sooner you'll experience the effectiveness of being a part of your process, an active participant in your process. So today, let's choose to embrace the change in our lives. Let's choose to embrace what is coming anyway, and know that change is a necessary part of your life. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Who is that talking about? I learn something new every time. It's amazing. So, look, you guys, I love you guys to life and life more abundant. I'm going to finish packing up, get dressed, and get ready to hit the road. But know this, know that I love you and I'm here for you on your journey of change, here to help you embrace it. Because I know sometimes it can be overwhelming. Just know that there's a plan, and the plan is what? Bigger than just you. I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Have an amazing day. Be blessed.